Is it true that you need to have a very high CGPA to study abroad? What about people who get a lower CGPA or things doesn't go as expected at the undergraduate level? How much do you need to get in order to start your study abroad journey? Which universities do you have to even apply to? Would you get scholarship if you don't have a higher CGPA? If you have a low CGPA, what can you do to improve your chances of getting admission and scholarship? This and many more are the questions we are going to discuss today on the Study Abroad podcast with me, the Fred Effect. You're welcome. This is the biggest Study Abroad content platform, and we do this every weekend at 16:30 GMT. We bring people who have been through the study abroad process to share with you how they did it and how you can do it. Which universities they apply to, what scholarships are they on, what experiences did they go through that, if they were supposed to start the process again, they wouldn't do the same mistakes so that you can learn from it and also increase your chances of, pursuing your dream program in your dream university abroad. My name is Frederick. You're welcome to the biggest study abroad content platform. This is the Fred Effect, and this is the Study Abroad podcast with me, the Fred Effect. Remember that later on the program, as we do it every weekend, I'll share the link so that you can join us live in the studio and also ask your questions. For now, please click on the like button, click on the subscribe button. If you are yet to follow, please join the biggest Study Abroad content family and be part of their success journey as well. So we are going live, and we talked to our brother who has also gone through the study abroad process to share with you how he did it and how you can also did it. You can also do it as well. Hi Aaron, how are you doing? Okay, your microphone is muted, so if you can unmute your microphone, that would be great.
Hi, Fred. Thank you for having me. I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you for asking. So let's. Like, I love your mantra. Remember, your dream is valid. Can you please explain what does it mean at all?
All right. So there's one philosophy I work with in life, and that is if if I'm not dead and I am alive, then it means that there is a second chance, right? So my dream is still valid, and I can still achieve it. It is only those who are dead that can achieve their dreams. They have been buried with their dreams. But as long as you have life, don't let anything stop you from achieving your dreams. Yeah.
Awesome. I love that. And I love how inspirational your conversations about the study abroad process. So for people seeing your handsome face for the first time, kindly introduce yourself. Where did you start, your study abroad journey from? Which country are you from? Which universities did you attend and all that?
All right. Thank you very much for having me. And then I also welcome all your audience for having me on this platform today. So my name is Aaron Boateng. I had my senior high education at St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School. That's Bebe. Those of you who know Aquinas very well. And then I proceeded to the University of Cape Coast to pursue my bachelor's degree in mathematics with business management, which I graduated in the year 2018, and then did my 1 year mandatory national service with the College of Distance Education. And then I completed in 2019. They extended it for like some few months, which I continued back in Accra. And then 2021, I saw most of my friends like traveling outside to do their master's degrees and their PhDs, which Freddie yourself, you were part of them. I think you left in 2019 or so, or 2019 after our national service. So I started following, and then I realized, no, I need to also told this very part. But then my GPA was kind of something that made me to pause a while. And yeah, 2023 fast forwarded. I was able to make it here in the United States, currently pursuing my master's degree in mathematics.
Awesome. So, your ability to go through this process means that you do not necessarily have to get a very high CGPA before you can study abroad, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. So, specifically, what was your CGPA, and what did you do different in order to be, because we know for some universities you need to have a 3.0 or maybe or above before you can apply to these universities. You had below that. What did you do different?
All right, so thank you very much. I remember when I completed during my national service, I was doing it on campus. So, like, I used to speak to some of the professors, and then I was like, "Oh, this is what I want to do. I want to pursue my master's degree outside." But then the discouragement started coming because I graduated with a CGPA of 2.58. That
Okay.
was the CGPA, not just the GPA, but the CGPA. So the cumulative one. And so I remember some of the professors I used to, I mean, sometimes talk with told me that no, I can't do my masters outside because
Oh, the
they accept.
professors who have taught you
Yes,
were
yeah,
discouraging you from, applying to universities outside.
I tell you. So
Okay.
like it got to a point I was fed up. I tried and tried, especially in 2020, 2021, and then I got like 6 rejections. So after that, I was like, no, let me give up because this one is just for those with the first class and the second class uppers, like the strong upper. And me, my lower was even a weak lower. So let me not go and compete over there. But then in 2021, ending of 2021, I was like, no, let me give it a try again. So I went online and then I started searching. How can I pursue my master's degree in mathematics or statistics with a CGPA of 2.58? Then a lot of, Google will give you like million, solutions. So I started going through them. And I think on the 10th, I like, when you scroll it, when you get down there, they give you like some of the pages. So I
Yeah.
clicked on the 10th one, and that was where I saw World Education Services. So when I clicked on, I went to their website, started reading, and then I realized that no, they had a tool that they call free IGPA calculator, which I've done a video on my channel. So
Yeah.
I went
So
through.
before you continue, because of how inspirational Aaron's story is and the experiences he has gained going through the process for a couple of years and having to struggle with a low CGPA, Aaron has a very inspiring YouTube channel that he shares his journey, how he did it, and how you can also do it. I would highly recommend that you please subscribe to the channel. He has a Facebook platform. So, Aaron, talk to us about your YouTube channel. What do you actually do over there?
All right. So on my YouTube channel, is basically about what the processes I went through. I don't want people to go through the same mistakes, and I
Right.
don't want people to be sitting there and just thinking that the study abroad journey is for only those with first class. As I
Hmm.
speak with you, there are many first class students who can't even gain like admission, not alone to talk of assistantship.
Yeah.
And there are those with second class upper and lower who are gaining it. And this is what is inspiring me to tell people out there that don't look down on yourself and don't let your grade or your CGPA scare you, right? I know people who even had third class, and as I speak with you, they are pursuing their PhD degrees. So it's all about getting the right information. And that is why my brother Fred, Kingsford Onina, myself, and some other people are putting some of the information out there. We don't have all the information. The information Fred will have will be different from mine. The information Kingsford will have will also be different. So you want to try your possible best and follow all these channels to help you because some of the information are time sensitive. And if you're able to get some of these things, it will help you. And that is why I'm creating this I created my YouTube channel just to share my information, the information I gather, the research I do, share with people so that they can go through this very process smoothly and without any hitches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the other time I posted that if people who are successful were able to will tell people others how they did it, it will make life more easier, right?
Exactly.
So if for example, Aaron was able to go through the process, even though there was hitches, there were challenges, there were impediments, and he was able to make it. Now, what happens is that if he's able to share his journey with you, it makes yours very easy for you. So what Aaron does on the platform is to be able to explain to you, even though with a CGP of 2.5, where a lot of schools are demanding 2.7, 3.0 and above, he was able to make it. Not only was he able to make it on a full scholarship, However, there were some challenges on the way, and you don't necessarily have to go through similar challenges. So go to YouTube. If you search Aaron Inspires, it's Aaron, and then Inspires, INSPIRES. So what happens is that it's his journey is very inspirational. He did it. It was possible when people, including his professors, are saying that it's not feasible and possible. So Aaron, that's very awesome. And are there any other platforms? I know some people may also check out other platforms like Facebook, TikTok. Are you on those platforms? Talk to us about
Yeah.
that.
So I have a platform that's Facebook page. It's Aaron Inspires TV, and then when you go to Instagram, it's Aaron Inspires, and then TikTok too is Aaron Inspires. And I mean my pictures runs through. So if you see the one which is on YouTube, it should be the same thing that it cuts across all my social media handles. Yeah.
Right. So when you wanted to start this process, you knew that you have a low CGPA. Did you sort of think that it was ever going to be possible, or what were some of the discouraging words these professors gave you that you probably thought maybe I should just let it go?
Yeah, I mean, if I said that it was rosy, I would be lying to your
Yeah.
audience. It wasn't, and Fred, that is one thing I am grateful for. Like what you keep doing. I
Yeah.
remember one time I was going for a youth service, right? And by then I've discovered the West IGPA calculator. So when I use the West IGPA calculator, and then I did it. It told me that okay, when my transcript is evaluated into the US system, it's actually going to be 3.2. Fred, I didn't believe. I was like, no, can this be true? From
Yeah.
2.5 to 3.2? No, this shouldn't be. So by then I was not working like corporately. I
Hmm.
was driving Uber, doing some side businesses. So I started saving, Fred. I started saving towards this, and then there was one friend of mine who was in North Carolina. I spoke with him, and then he helped me in that regard. That okay, if that is the case, let us give it a try. So I applied for the transcript evaluation, the official one with WES, and then that these are some of the reasons why I am like doing this YouTube content creation.
Right.
Do you know that I shipped? I didn't know that UCC had an affiliation with West for me
Hmm.
to actually send my transcript electronically, which would take just some seconds. And then I went for the transcript, the physical transcript, official, sealed in an envelope and stamped. And then I went to FedEx to post it. Fred, can you imagine? My transcript took like it was like 1 month on the way. It got to UK, and my document was mixed with some illegal stuff. So my transcript was held in UK for 3 weeks. And
Wow.
I was also like because of the two I found, I wanted the results to come out so that I see that yes, this thing is true. So the way they were delaying, I contacted FedEx severally, and they told me that this is the issue. There has been some staffs that have mixed with your staff, so that's why they've held all the documents that were going with that very particular staff. So fast forwarded after 2 weeks, which was like a month or and a half, my transcript got to West Education Services. Within 7 days, they evaluated it and sent me the official transcript. When I look at it, it was mind blowing, 3.2, and I was like,
Wow.
wow. So that was when I contacted you. Quickly, I came to your DM and I told you that, Fred, Charlie, now the GP, I'm not sure it's going to be an issue because I did this and that, and this is the results. So anyway, like you started encouraging me. Okay, so we shouldn't waste time. Let's start to put in the application as soon as possible. And by then, because I started in 2021, I've gathered all my documents, talk of statement of purpose.
Hmm.
I've spoken with recommenders who I want them to do the recommendation for me. And then I've also I spoke with one friend of mine, good friend of mine, Bobby Diligent. I did them in
Shout out to
my
Bobby. Bobby was my roommate back in Ohio University. I
yeah.
think he's working with an IT firm now. Shout out to Bobby. Great guy by all standard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great guy. He really encouraged me. So he sent me his resume, and then he told me that okay, this is the system. This is the type of resume that the US system, education system accepts. So
Right.
look on that and then craft yours. So quickly I crafted my resume, and then I started putting in the application. And Fred, from 2021, 6 rejections. Now, fast forward to 2022, by ending of 2022, I've gained 7 admissions. I applied to 8 schools. I get 7 admission and 1 rejection from Northern Arizona,
Well,
Northern
we'll
Arizona
go to
University.
that. So, with your experience, there are lots of universities that you've had an encounter with. So,
Yeah.
if you're watching us right now, you need a pen and a paper. We are going to mention. Remember that there are some universities. If people don't tell you about them, you may not be able to see them on get them on your own. So, what we do on this platform is to be able to show you the practical steps that it is possible. This is how we do. So, Aaron, let's start with the names of the universities that you apply to. So currently, which university are you?
I'm at the University of Texas at Tyler.
So
Uh,
okay, so which is part of the University of Texas system, right?
exactly, right.
Okay, and what are you studying?
I'm doing masters in mathematics.
All right. So we are going to show the website of University of Texas at Tyler. But let's start with when you were applying with a 2.5 CGPA. So
Mhm.
what were some of the universities you applied to so that we let people know and then they can also check them out?
All right. So when I was applying, are you talking of the initial 6 rejections
Yeah,
or the?
initial 6 suggestions. So this is the website of the University of Texas at Tyler, and
Hmm.
of course they offer a lot of programs that you can also check out. If this is your first time you're hearing about the school, University of Texas system has a lot of campuses. So there's University of Texas at El Paso, the University of Texas at Dallas. There's a lot of them. So this is the University of Texas at Tyler. So Aaron, that means that the name of the city is Tyler, right?
Yeah,
Awesome.
the name
So
of the city.
let's start with the 6 rejections. What were some of the universities you applied to so that we can show it to people as well?
All right. So I applied to is it South Dakota State University? Let me try if I can remember all of them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So South Dakota State University. I applied to Cleveland State University.
Mhm.
I applied to
I want to be
uh,
showing them as we go ahead, right?
yeah,
So this is South Dakota State University, which Aaron applied to, and it's located in a city called Brookings in South Dakota. And then you also mentioned which university again?
Cleveland State University.
And that is in Ohio, right?
Yeah, Cleveland is in Ohio.
Great. So they have an acceptance rate of about 85%. So if this is your first time, this is Cleveland State University. You can also check out that university. Let's move on, Aaron.
All right. Then Grand Valley State University.
That should be in Michigan.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so yeah, Grand Valley State University has an acceptance rate of about 90%. It's located in Michigan in a city called Allendale, and I have a couple of friends there as well. So this is Grand Valley State University. Recently, I think they were waiving application fee. Yes, sure. So if you can see my screen now, they are waiving application fee for I think undergraduate applications. It will be a limited time. So if you're watching, we are giving you a $30 free for watching, at least to pay for your data, right? Let's move on. Aaron.
And then I applied to Ohio University as well.
Well, that's my alma mater. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's already when I type it. So yeah, Ohio University. That's where I had my first master's degree. Great university by all standard. And then it's located in Athens, Ohio. Normally, people mistake it with Ohio State University. Ohio University and Ohio State University, they are all located in the same state, but Ohio State is in Columbus, which is the capital of Ohio, and then Ohio University is like a 1 hour 30 minutes drive from the capital, which is Columbus, and it's located in a city called Athens, Ohio. So that is Ohio University. A lot of amazing people over there. Let's move on.
And the last one was Kennesaw State University. Kennesaw
Yeah.
State University.
So Kennesaw State University is located in Georgia. So from Tennessee, you move down to Alabama, then you go to Georgia before you get to Florida. So they have an acceptance rate of about 68%. So Kennesaw State University, if this is your first time here, and it's also a public funded university, a lot of amazing programs that you can check out as well. So these were the schools that you applied initially that
Yeah.
gave you a rejection.
Hmm.
That
Yeah.
how did that feel though, that you constantly you have to struggle to actually get recommendation letters, write SOPs and all that, and then you applied? Someone would ask you, didn't you check their CGPA, you know requirement before putting in the application?
I did. I mean, I checked them, but what I did initially was I contacted some of the programs directors,
Mm-hmm.
and then I told them that this is my GPA, but then I've written the GRE, and I had 295. So I was thinking that, okay, because of the GRE, I mean, because I know that's what most people say, that, oh, without, because of the GRE you can, I mean, be pardoned about the distance. But one thing I want people to know is that the whole application or admission process is considered holistically, right? So they consider the statement of purpose, your transcript, your resume,
Mm-hmm.
everything. They don't focus on only one aspect. So I think I was thinking that because of the GRE, oh, that would have been okay. But then I went there and it was all love letters.
Okay, all right. I think Aaron is frozen, so let's see how best we can. I know if Aaron, hi Aaron, let me know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
we cannot see you. We can hear you, but we cannot see you. I don't know if we can fix
Yeah,
that.
that I quickly check.
Okay. So Aaron will be fixing that. So you are still here on the Fred Effect YouTube channel. This is the biggest study abroad content platform. And every weekend we come your way with what we call the Study Abroad podcast with me, the Fred Effect. So today we are speaking with Aaron. What happens is that people have been through what you want to go through. So we are trying to show you the way how they did it and how you can also do it in a more inspiring manner. Sometimes the process can be intimidating. It could be cost intensive and all that. However, if you follow the processes, or if you listen to the advice of people who have been through the process, it makes it very easier for you. So myself, I've had an opportunity to get 2 master's degrees on a full scholarship, and it's been amazing. So I've had opportunity to assist thousands of people to go through the process for more than half a decade now, and with a bigger study abroad content platform, a lot of information to share with you. So today we are talking to my brother Aaron Inspires. He has been through the process. He's sharing his journey with us as well. I think you're back now.
Yeah, thank you very
Yeah.
much.
All right. Great. So, you were talking about the fact that, and yesterday I was sharing with somebody that when you are done with high school and you want to apply to a university in Ghana, they only consider your WASI results, right? But
Mhm.
people are not all about their grades, right? Like they are full of other things that probably that and that's what the foreign educational institutions also consider, that you have
Yeah.
an essay you write, something we call SOP. But I didn't apply to any graduate school in Ghana. I don't know if you have to write an SOP when you're applying to a university in Ghana for maybe graduate school.
No, no.
Nothing. No recommendation letters.
No, especially like the only thing they look at is I know maybe some schools might require you to write some essay, but it's
Yeah.
not like the statement of purpose that we submit for like foreign schools, and
Hmm.
it's mostly about your transcript. You know, like for instance, like citizens of US wouldn't be writing some of these like statement of purpose and other stuff, because I had an interaction with some of my friends I was in class with last semester, and they
Hmm.
were like, "What do you mean by statement of purpose? Like we don't write anything like that." And so
Oh,
I'm
really?
sure basically that the same thing when you schooled in your home country, you have done your bachelor's degree in your home country, and you want to do your master's, you don't go through, I mean, a series of screening before you get accepted, right? So basically the same thing that happens.
All right. So let's talk about the second phase. So initially low CGPA, the strategy is that let me write GRE to support my
Mhm.
application so I'll get admission. Unfortunately, that didn't work. Now, how much did you put into this process? Should, if somebody is having a low CGPA, how much should they budget in the first place?
All right. So if you have a low CGPA right now, I'll tell you to budget for the transcript evaluation. That would be the best. There wouldn't be any need for you to write a GRE unless perhaps you have the money and you want to write it. That is fantastic. But if not, what I'll tell you to do is you go to my channel, watch the video, the free IGPA calculator tool I used. Use that very I've explained everything step by step. Follow that video and then know how your GPA is going to be in the US system. So I mean, when I did that video, a lot of people have come to my DM. Thank you so much for enlightening us on this, because there was someone who was even giving up, and his GPA was 2.4. After he did the evaluation using the free IGPA calculator, his GPA shot to 3.1,
All
and
right,
he came to my DM.
let's explain to people, Aaron. So Aaron did this video, which I loved a lot. So this is the actual video.
Yeah.
It says how to evaluate your transcript for free. Now, free transcript evaluation. It's about a 14 minutes video, and I promise you, it will be worth your time. I would encourage you to take a look at this video. Now, what Aaron is saying is that you have the transcript evaluation requires a payment. However, you will be able to know the results of your evaluated transcript even before you pay for it, right?
Yeah.
So that video clearly explains to you the step-by-step approach you can use to be able to see the results of your evaluated transcript before you even start the process, and that's
Yes.
amazing. And before we came to this, you were sharing the fact that you didn't know that your school had a connection with WES, which is the World Evaluation Services, such that within a couple of seconds your transcript would have been sent to them, and so you had to pay for a transcript. Now go and pay for FedEx to ship it. You have to pay for the shipping and all that, and have to
Mhm.
spend a lot of time. And this is what we are talking about. That these mistakes are something. If somebody had told you, it would have saved you a lot of time, right,
I
and
tell
money.
you.
And that's why you need to subscribe to such YouTube channels to be able to learn. You don't have to make the mistakes, my brother, my sister. So, Aaron, let's go on.
Good. So if you go through that video, it will explain everything for you. Like I've had about not less than like 100 people who have came to like they came to my DM after this very video, and they were like, Aaron, thank you so much for this very inspiration. Like we never knew such thing existed, because someone with 2.4 did the evaluation, came to 3.1. And as I speak with you, they've all put in the application because they've seen that the investment is worth it. I've never regretted doing that investment, Fred. I've never regretted doing that investment. And when you do the evaluation, it lasts for 5 years. So as I speak with you, it's still in existence. It will expire in like 2027. So if I finish my master's degree and I want to do a PhD and I'm applying to a school that accepts or requires a transcript evaluation,
Mhm.
I will take that transcript, attach it to my US certificate or my US transcript, and then apply for the PhD. And then there are some of the jobs, like for instance, if you are a teacher and you want to go into teaching, if you have that transcript evaluation, you are done. All you have to do is attach it to that of your US certificate or any document that you have and apply for it. And so this is an investment for 5 years investment, and you are paying like $237. Guys, it's worth it. Don't use that money to go and buy shawarma and the rest and eat it.
Aaron, I
Wow.
think WES should sign you as an ambassador, right? All right,
Yeah.
let's take some comments. Shout outs to this lady Veronica Hope. I really appreciate you a lot. I think I have to get in touch with you personally. She's very supportive. Veronica, I hope you subscribe to Aaron Inspires YouTube channel as well. And remember, before so we'll be taking questions for Aaron. I'm going through some of the comments, and somebody's dropping the key sign here, which means you're dropping the key. 100% love from Michael. Michael, thank you for watching. Great one, Philip. Adamte, did I get your name right? Yes. So somebody is asking this question, Aaron. He said, can one use Pantran evaluation for school applications in Canada?
Yeah, you can use Spantran, but you know, I'm not being biased, but
Mhm.
I'm someone that before I do an investment, I weigh, I mean, the return on investment, right? You need to know how much that thing that you're going to do is going to earn you. So when you look at Spantran is not accepted by a lot of universities
Right.
across, I mean, the world. But if you are looking at West is more like a lot of schools, about 98% of the schools will
Mhm.
require that of the West. So, and if you look at the monetary difference, it's not that much. It's like 60 or $70 difference. So I would rather entreat you, if you have the money, rather top up and do the World Education Services one instead of the Spantran, right? That is, I mean, according to my own, I mean, analogy, right?
All right, thank you so much for that. So Portia, Bakwin is asking, please, can we ask questions? Yes, Portia. Obviously, you can type your questions in the chat, and just like I'm doing, I'll be reading them, and later on, I'll share the link so that you join us live in the studio and you interact one on one with Aaron. So, Aaron, one of the videos that I think inspires me most is the drop and share series. Now, we are going to talk about the drop and share series very soon, and you tell us exactly what is it about, and why should people check it out. So please, what do you mean by low CGPA? Please, when do I need to evaluate my transcript? Aaron, can you respond to this one?
All right. So as at the time I did mine in 2022, they were using just 7 business working days to,
Mhm.
I mean, do the evaluation. But then as we speak now, all the people who came through my like my video, and then they've put in the application, some even keep like for like a month. And
Okay.
I'm still trying to get in touch with maybe a representative at World Education Services to ask some of the questions and see how best they could help, because if this video keeps going, they are really going to get a lot of people subscribing, and so they have to put it in place in terms of days sticking to their 7 days return, like
Mhm.
7 days they are done with the evaluation. So as at now, it takes like a month. So I will advise, most of the schools are going to open their application portals like in mid of August, and some are going to open in September. So you still have some time, you can put in the application. And I've done all the videos on that, like knowing how your GPA is going to be before you put in the application, and then also how to sign up. And then those of you who schooled in UCC, I've done a video on how you can request your transcript at the comfort of your own. So if you don't need to travel all the way from Bole Bamboy or from Salaga or wherever you find yourself
Yeah.
to go and then make payments at UCC for your transcript to be sent. I've done a video on that. I think what was, please can you scroll to the right side? Let me show them that video. Yeah, exactly. So the one, the how to, yeah, good. So the no, go to the top. It looks like lemon green or something.
Okay. Stress-free transcript.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. So that is the one, and you can order. I'm yet to drop a video on how KNUST students can also do that. So as at this time, it's only UCC and KNUST that have that very platform. I'm yet to find out from the other universities, public universities in Ghana, whether they also have this very platform, and then I'll do a video on that and bring them to
All
them.
right. So if you're just joining us, you're welcome. You're not late. I'm talking to Aaron Inspires. He's inspiring us with his journey, how from a 2.5 CGPA, which a lot of people discourage him about, he was able to get full admission and scholarship. However, there were certain impediments that we are advising you so that you wouldn't have to go through the same stress. So we've spoken about the first batch of 6 universities you applied to, Aaron, that were unsuccessful, even though you had a GRE. Let's talk about the second batch of universities. You've already applied to 6. It didn't go as expected. How many did you apply to in the second attempt?
In the second attempt, I went for 8, and this time, this time around, I was kind of bold, right?
Right.
because I knew, okay, now my GPA has come to the level where I can compete with people, and then also my how do you call it? Like, I've written my GRE as well.
Mhm.
Though my current school, the GRE didn't play a major role, right? And some of the schools I applied to, but then that 2 documents gave me some kind of boldness. And then
Right.
also the fact that I had, at that time, I've set up my NGO, that's Young Champions Global Network. And
Okay.
so, and I knew, like, the American system, they really value people who are giving back to the society. So, and I know if that one also goes on my resume, is really going to help. So I applied to 8 schools with that kind of confidence, right? That this time around things are going to work. So I applied to Can I mention the schools?
Yeah. So I want people to get their notepads and then their pens and papers ready. If this is a strictly an educational platform, we are showing you the way. We are mentioning the universities. After we are done, you can go to their website and check them out. So shout out to my brother too. He is at Arizona State University. I finished. Shout out to you, bro. So let's go ahead with the university. So you are currently at University of Texas at Tyler,
At
which we've
Tyler.
shown the website. Which other universities did you apply to, bro?
I applied to Ball State University
Yeah, and I
for their
wanted to
statistics
state
program.
I
Okay.
I wanted to state this real quick. So Ball State about 70% of acceptance rate, and I'm showing the website right now. There are
Mm.
some universities, we know that it might be challenging getting the finances for the evaluation. There are universities that do not require the evaluation. However, there are some universities with a very good scholarship for international students. But whether you have a first class, whatever class you have, you still have to go through the evaluation. And one of them is Ball State University. So whatever credentials you have that you're applying, you need to evaluate it in order to apply to a school like Ball State. And I've been there in person. It's in Muncie, Indiana. Great school by our standard. I have a couple of friends there as well. So yeah, bro, you applied to Ball State University. What program was it?
For statistics.
Oh, okay, awesome. And which other university?
Montclair State University,
And where's Montclair State University located?
New Jersey. It's
Okay,
in New Jersey.
yeah. Peter Bowa recently went there and he took a picture at Montclair State University. Shout out to my brother Peter Bowa. He's back to Canada. All right, so that
Okay.
is Montclair State University located in New Jersey, in a city called Montclair. Which other one?
Northern Arizona University.
Oh, okay.
They gave me the rejection.
So shout out to my sister Akushika. I made a video about Northern Arizona University, and I've also been to Northern Arizona University. It's located in Flagstaff, in Arizona. So I was there a couple last year. It's a great school. So Northern Arizona University. He also applied to that university as well. And which other university, bro?
uh, is it North Carolina? I forgot. Is
Okay,
it they have two campuses.
University of North
Two.
Carolina.
Yeah, Charlotte. I think where Kingsford
Kingsford is.
currently is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So shout out to Kingsford. I think he's at Charlotte, right?
Yeah,
So
Charlotte.
the University of North Carolina, system, or I think he's in Chapel Hill, one of them. So there's a campus in Chapel Hill. So you just have to go University of North Carolina, and there's a campus in Raleigh. There's a campus in Charlotte. There's also a campus in Fayetteville. So let's show one of the campuses. So this is the campus for Chapel Hill. So the University of North Carolina. You can also check that out. So are we done with the H? Or we still have more to go?
No, we have University of Northern Colorado.
Oh, okay.
They also gave me admission for statistics, applied statistics.
Oh,
But
okay.
then
Awesome.
my funding came late, so by then I was already in Texas.
Okay. So it's located in Greeley, and I'm showing the
Yeah, good.
website. They have an acceptance rate of about 80%. This is University of Northern Colorado. And I think sometimes they also have application fee waivers as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Because this
Let's
school
move
I
on to the
applied for free. I applied
Oh,
for
okay.
free.
Okay. Yeah, they have a specific period that they offer free application fee waivers for University of Northern Colorado. All right. Let's move on to the next one.
And then University of Texas, Dallas.
Okay. So you applied to Tyler and Dallas.
Dallas. Yeah.
Okay, so they also have an acceptance rate of about 85%. This is the website. Remember that this video will still be live across all the Fred Effect social media platforms. So, I'm going quicker. However, take your time and go through the video again. Share this with someone that, Fred Effect, and then Aaron mentioned some universities here that people can also check out as well. So this is the University of Texas at Dallas, and that's the
Hello, Fred. Hello. Hello? 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 Uh, I don't know if you guys can hear me. I think Fred is having a little challenge, so he'll come back. So yeah, these are the schools that I applied to. Um, and then currently I'm doing a series that I've dubbed the Drop and Share series, which my brother was talking about that I'll be I'll be talking about shortly before we begin to take up the live questions from people. So in the Drop and Share series, what I'm basically doing is I'm compiling schools that offer graduate research teaching or graduate assistantships, right? Because funding is an integral part of your journey, and you don't want to come here without having any form of scholarship or anything like in terms of your finances. So that is why I'm doing the Drop and Share series. And in the first episode, I captured like 10 schools and then the very programs that they are offering that comes with assistantship, as well as in the second episode too, I did 10 schools. And then in the third, fourth, and then the fifth episode, I dropped the fifth episode just yesterday. And all the from the third to the fifth episode, I captured 7 schools. And all these 7 schools are schools that are offering assistantship positions. And one thing about the Drop and Share series is that I even talk about the packages that it comes with, because some of the schools will even go a long way to waive your tuition for you, and not just stop there, but they will take all your, insurance. They will pay your insurance as well for you. When I was doing the research myself, I was shocked when I started seeing some of those things. So you want to check out those very videos. That's the Drop and Share series. So I was sharing assistantship positions on that very series, and I've done 5 episodes already. Try your possible best. I don't know which of the program you want me to do a video on, but then try your possible best and then watch all the videos, because I can't tell exactly the programs I captured in there, and I can't tell also the schools that I captured in there. But then if you check the videos out, you'll find the schools that I spoke about. You'll find the programs that I spoke about, as well as the assistantship positions that it comes with, the packages that it comes with. Yeah, welcome, Fred. I think we had
Yeah.
an issue.
Yeah. So the Drop and Share series, that's very awesome. Thank you for such an initiative. And how many episodes have been shot so far?
5 episodes.
Yeah, I wanted you to explain to people why the name Drop and Share.
All right. So the Drop and Share, simply, I am not that kind of person who is selfish. Like you said, if most of the people who have taken the lead in life could have given us some of the things they did right, that helped them to get to where they are. Like some of us wouldn't have been struggling. You get me?
Yeah.
So that is why I captioned it Drop and Share. So I drop whatever information out there to you, and then all you need to do is take your portion out of it and then share the rest. Don't sit on it. So I drop it, you take. I've done about, as of now, I've captured almost about 60 schools already, or let me say like 55 schools. So if you're able to pick your own and pick the program that I spoke about, then you can now share this very video with other friends who are also journeying this very same path, so that it can also go a long way to help them.
Awesome. So you're still here with the Fred Effect, and this is the Study Abroad podcast. Today, I'm speaking with my brother Aaron in Spice. So he's sharing his journey. He has shared the schools that he applied to and all that. Aaron, so you mentioned that you wrote GRE, even though that gave like a couple of denials. Did you have to sit for IELTS or TOEFL, that in any English proficiency exams? If not, why?
Okay, so I didn't sit for any of them because I know majority of the schools in the US waive that kind of test for
Yeah.
people who are coming from English-speaking countries like
Mhm.
West Africa, like let me talk of Ghana, Nigeria, and some other countries who speak English.
Yeah.
So when I was doing my application, I was targeting schools that will actually waive that for me, because I don't want to spend another money going to sit down for TOEFL or IELTS. Yeah,
Okay.
so that was what I did.
All right. So you just had an English proficiency letter from your previous institution to use it to apply.
Exactly.
Let's talk about your scholarship. Did you have to submit a separate application to be considered, or it was automatic with your admission?
So with my current school, it was automatic. So one thing about my program is if you won't be given the assistantship, you won't get the admission at all.
Okay.
But as long as you get the admission, you are automatically considered for the assistantship, and you don't apply separately. Yeah. Unlike Ball State, when I applied to Ball State, after the application, during the application, they will ask you to check. Do you want to be considered for an assistant position or anything? You will check it, but then after that, you still have to fill some form, and then you ask 3 recommenders to do a recommendation on your behalf, and then that is that. But then in my current school, I didn't submit any recommendation letters, no IELTS. The only thing I did was to evaluate my transcript and then apply with a GRE score. But then even the GRE, as we speak now, I assisted like 6 people who are coming from Ghana to my program, and my professor actually waived that option for them. Yeah.
Yeah, and we keep on sharing that. God bless you for that. So we keep on sharing that. If you're an international student, wherever you find yourself, you are either opening doors for other people to come in or blocking the door. So wherever you find yourself, shine. And some people think that if they are able to assist people to get to where they are, there's going to be competition. No, the sky is too huge. Everybody can fly. We don't necessarily have to crash against one another. So I always say something in Chi that wabruchire bano and affect you be a bruchire. You understand? So you helping someone to get here does not in any way hinder your progress, or in one way or the other. So let's talk about the money. So people think that the assistantship money you get will be able to build a house back in your home country. Talk to us about that. Are you paid bi-weekly or monthly?
Oh, I'm paid by monthly.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay. So in your school they pay you monthly.
yeah.
What does your scholarship cover? Did they pay for your flight ticket? Did they pay for your visa application fee, service fee? What does your scholarship actually cover?
So my scholarship, actually, when you get, and there's something I'm preparing a video on which I'll be sharing very soon. But I
Right.
want your audience to have a preview. So there is something we call the Texas education system, and there are about 8 schools, and they are still adding up as in when some schools qualify.
Okay.
And those 8 schools in the Texas education system, if you get a scholarship from $1,000 upwards, you automatically qualify for an institution. You don't pay tuition as an international student.
Okay.
Now, the out-of-state tuition is very huge because you are considered as an international student. But immediately you apply for a scholarship and you get $1,000 scholarship, you are considered as a citizen. So you pay the tuition as a domestic student. And so that drastically reduced my cost of attendance, right? And then, so on my I-20, before I went for my visa interview, it was actually 16,000 deficit. And the deficit that was there was actually my living expenses as well as my insurance.
Right.
But then when I got here, and I thank God you brought up this question, because most people, they think that when we talk of full scholarship, then it means that there shouldn't be a deficit on your I-20. Yes.
Yeah.
But then I had a deficit of 16,000. But Fred, when I was coming to US, I came with $500. That $500, I didn't touch it. I got here on time, processed did my background checks and everything. And don't forget, if you get assistance, it doesn't mean that when you get here, you start being paid. You go through a series of processes because they have to capture everything of yours into the system before you can begin to even earn money. So I got here earlier, did everything. So my professor was able to process things faster for me. So by 1st September, I got my first paycheck. And over here, you don't pay the school fees. No one will come and stay on your neck that come and pay all the school fees before even the school starts. You can do what we call installment basis. So I did an installment basis. So as and when my stipends come, it was good enough to pay part of my fees that is the institution, and then also be able to cater for my living expenses, my accommodation, everything. And by then I was married, and I'm still able to send some to my wife because I need to take care of it.
Shout out to your wife,
Yeah,
by the way. So
yeah.
that is the reason why Aaron is coming up with what we call the Start Right conference. So Aaron, you talked to us about the Start Right conference, which I'm sharing on the screen. And
Okay.
when you have an opportunity to go through this process and you're relocating, there are a lot of things you have to learn, unlearn, and relearn. So Aaron Inspires is coming up with a conference called the Start Right conference, which I think it should be done every year. And Aaron, talk to us about it.
All right. So the Start Right conference actually is meant for every international student who is coming to school either in the US or in Canada. And I went through some few challenges when I got here. And like I always say, the mistakes I made, I don't want people who are following me to do the same mistakes. So when I got here, there are some things that I faced. And I think that no, if people who are coming in will also come and face these same problems, then it means that I didn't do my work, or I'm not existing on this earth, or I'm not having any impact on people that are following us. So that's why I came up with this very Start Right conference. And we are coming to share with you your transitioning, because the education system back home is different from the education system here. Back
That's
home,
true.
we focus on the end of SEM exams more often. But then over here, right from day one, when we say when the academic, or let me say the president of the school whistles that we have started the academic journey, everything right from day one till the very day we will say that we have ended the fall semester or the spring semester, everything counts.
Yeah.
Everything counts. And over here, one thing that inspired me to also come up with this very conference is that I've seen people who come here and they focus so much on their academics and they don't even engage themselves in their community or anything.
Yeah.
And when they finish landing jobs, it becomes difficult. But then there are people who try to balance things up, both the academic and then still do community engagement, and they are able to land jobs faster. So, like last semester, I engaged in some community like staffs, right? And then I met someone who opened me out to some scholarship. I applied, and last semester I got a scholarship. Like aside my assistantship, I landed another scholarship. And if I
Wow.
had not attended that community engagement, I wouldn't have even made that connections. So these are many things why we are organizing the Start Right conference. And as part of everyone that is going to attend this very conference, we are assisting each and everyone. So if you will be in Canada, we'll assist you to get your visitor's visa for US. And if you are in US, we'll assist you to get your visitor's visa for Canada. And that is for free. And we do this so that when you come, at least you can also tour around. I know you, Fred, you have toured. I don't know which state you have not been yet.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's talk about the speakers. So yourself and then who will be speaking as well.
So we have that's Kojo Day, that is Victor Kojo Day, and he currently is the elect president for GRASAG USA.
Yeah.
He is pursuing his PhD degree at the University of Kentucky, and I know that's where, Fred, you completed your
Yeah.
second
Yes.
master.
I know him very well. Shout out to Kojede. Yeah.
Yeah, so Kojo Day, and then we have you yourself, the Fred Effect, who has already accumulated 2 master's degrees, and I
Yeah.
really respect you for that, Charlie.
Thank you
You've
very
done
much. I
so well.
appreciate it.
And you know all the speakers I'm bringing. Let me mention their names first, and then I'll let you know why I targeted these people. And so we have my good friend and my sister Felicity, who is also at University of Maryland pursuing her PhD degree. Then we have Prince Shaibu. Prince Shaibu used to be my friend back home in UCC. And then when I was doing my applications too, I got in touch with him. So Prince Shaibu is also
He's a guru. Like he has a lot of experiences. Shout out
I
to
tell
Prince
you.
Ivan.
I tell you. And he's done with 2 masters and currently doing his PhD degree. And then I have my mentor, my big boss, Dr. Isaac Aintree, and he is currently a scientist working in I think in California. Yeah, he's in California now, but then he's schooled in Canada. Yeah, so that's my mentor. And then I have my good friend Peter Bewa. who is making great impact across the globe. Peter Bewa, I don't know if you are watching. Shout out to you. So Peter Bewa will also be on the panel, and then my good friend that I found not long ago on LinkedIn, that is Ophelia. So she is also doing her PhD degree at University of Brandon. Yeah. So these are the speakers that I'm bringing, and all these people that I'm talking about are people who have gone through the education system, not just like 2 years, 3 years. I'm talking about 4 years and more experiences, and they are coming to share these things that they went through. Some of the mistakes they made, that you don't have to commit similar mistakes or same mistakes, and then some of the things that you can do to even increase your chances of getting into the job market as soon as you are done with your degree, whether bachelor's degree, whether your doctorate degree, or whether your master's degree. Yeah, so these are the people who are come to speak, and it's happening live exactly next week. Today's week is happening live on my channel, my YouTube channel. It will be streamed across all my channels as well.
All right, great. So you can set a reminder for the conference before it's up. So you go to the Aaron Inspires YouTube channel, click on the live session. You can set a reminder there and be part of it as well. I would encourage everybody to join, and it's going to be a mega session. And God bless you for bringing this up, Aaron Inspires. So we move on. So we've spoken for like almost an hour. The conversation keeps on going. I didn't even realize that. So let's talk about your visa interview. A lot of people think that if you have a deficit of about 16,000, don't worry yourself. Don't go to the embassy. You're going to be denied. How many times did you attend your visa interview? You had a deficit. Were you not scared that you are going to be refused?
Okay, so like you said, people will keep telling you that, oh, if you have a deficit of like 16,000, why are you wasting your time going to the embassy? Because you'll be denied. And this, I'm not an exception. I heard people telling me that, right? And I went for my visa interview just once, and it happened on June 22nd. And I mean, when I was preparing to go, it was kind of difficult because when people were telling me that, I was kind of seething that also into my heart, and it was kind of getting to me. But it got to a point I said, no, I need to be very courageous and be very optimistic, because this dream must come to pass. And I want to thank you so much, Fred, for giving me that opportunity to join your mock sessions. I remember every time 4:30 a.m., around 4 a.m., I have to be awake to join the mock sessions, to be prepping me. That is shout out to how can I forget her name? No, Hetty, yeah. So shout out to Hetty. Hetty has been so amazing, helping people with their mock session. And then also shout out to Francisca. Francisca also assisted me during this very process, as well as Prince Shaibu. So thank you so much, Fred, for that. So it was that preparation time that really encouraged me. And that is one thing I'll tell you. Make sure that you join Fred's mock session. I think he has a how do you call it, like a WhatsApp page, and then also now he streams live on all his social media handles. Do your possible best and join, because it's really going to help you. The reason I'm saying this is, Fred, one thing I've realized about you is you don't discriminate in terms of even if the person doesn't have a scholarship, you keep telling you tell the person that, see, you are not the first person to go to the embassy with zero funding.
Yeah.
People have been there. So don't, and whenever you say such things, it really encourages people, and keep on doing that. Thank you so much. So these are some of the things that really encouraged me to still face the interview with boldness. Yeah.
So share with us the questions that you were asked. You had a deficit, you had a bank statement. What questions were you asked? And is the interview that scary as people make it seem? Like, is it that of a big deal like that?
No, Fred. So I've always been saying that, the whole journey, right? The application process, and the difficult moment is the waiting period. The visa interview is not difficult. That is it. If you have been able to go through the processes and you have gotten to the last stage, which is the visa interview, please know that it is done. It is not difficult. That is the most easiest aspect of it, because whatever you are going to present out there is the question they are going to ask you is based on whatever you have given to them, or is based on what you have, the process you have gone through, unless perhaps you want to tell me that you didn't do the application yourself. And that is what we are encouraging people to do, that try as much as possible, do the application yourself, or even if you join mentorship programs, they are going to assist you through the application processes. Don't go and be on like agents or people to do the application for you, and then you yourself, you don't know anything. That is where it becomes scary, because you go there and they ask you a question and you don't even know what is in your DS 160, and it is a red flag. So yeah, I went through it successfully, and it was because one, I give thanks to God for that very privilege He gave to me. I went to the visa interview, Fred, without a bank statement, and I know how difficult it can be,
Yeah.
because the person who was supposed to give me the bank statement for my interview, I mean the one who was sponsoring me, at that point when it was like a week to my interview,
Mhm.
told me that, oh, he's out of the country. And I was thinking I could get a hard copy and everything. We did
Yeah.
whatever we could do, but then it didn't happen. But I have to boldly go there, and I really thank my wife, because that very morning before we traveled, we went to the embassy. I wanted to cancel the appointment because this discouragement that was coming. We're like, oh, if you don't have the bank statement, so what if they ask you and those kind of stuff, and your deficit is 16,000? But then my wife told me that we have come a long way. We can't, I mean, close the whole thing.
Yeah.
We have to go. So he was like encouraging me that, okay, he said he's going to send it. So by the you enter the embassy, when you get inside, I will bring it to the security men so that they will come and give it to you. When I got inside and they locked the door behind me, that was when I knew that it was between me and my God. It was between me and
Uh,
my God. So I remember I told one of the people inside, when the line was going, I went to the restroom for like 2 times, because I was waiting. I didn't want it to get to my turn. I wanted
mhm.
them to, at least the security man, to come and tell me that, oh, your wife said that this is the bank statement. But then it wasn't coming. So I went to one guy who was inside, who was directing us, and I was like, oh, can I go outside? Because my wife will be bringing me my statement. He was like, oh no, you can't go outside. You're already here, and it will be your turn very soon. So and you know what he told me? He actually told me that, see, they are not interested in your documents. What
Yeah.
they are interested in how well you can talk, and how courageous you are, and how prepared you are for the program you are going to do. So
Exactly.
when I got there, my first question was, why mathematics? So, and then I told her that so I did my bachelor's degree in mathematics, and I'm currently working as so and so and so, and so I'm going to do my master's degree in mathematics, come back and take up a higher position as this and this and that. And it was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's great. So I can see you have assistantship. Is it a research or teaching? And I said, oh, it's a teaching. I'm going to assist Professor XYZ to be teaching pre-calculus to first year undergraduate. I was like, oh wow, then you are very good in calculus. And I was like, yeah. So then from there, he was like, I can see you have a deficit. So who is going to take care of the remaining deficit? And I was like, okay, I believe in personal development, for which reason I've been saving towards my graduate school. After, like, whilst I've been working for the past 4 years, so I've
Mhm.
saved. So I'll be supporting myself with some amount, which I mean I had on my I-20. And thank you, Fred, once again, because you held me in that with my statement. So my personal statement, and then I'll be supporting myself, and then my uncle will be doing the remaining one. And I was like, okay, so where does your uncle work? And I was like, he's the president for the Compassion International, and so and so and so. And was like, congratulations, your visa has been approved. Yeah. So it was just 3 questions, and it was within 2 minutes I was done with my interview. And the kind of joy when she said, congratulations, Mr. Boatin, your visa has been approved. I don't want to wait any second.
Yeah, because if you look way back, applying to 6 universities, even professors who are supposed to give you recommendation are saying, you know, um, don't apply, and now getting your visa, you feel like, and mostly because I have opportunity to, assist a lot of people. The status post of people when they get a visa is not easy. Oh.
Darling, I said that day I dashed 300 Ghana cedis.
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling knowing that, and sometimes it's tearful because you go through the entire process, and that's a few minutes, everything goes like, okay, it is being successful now, bro. I'm super proud of you, and your journey inspires all of us and a lot of people as well. I would
Thank
urge you
you.
to keep on, inspiring people, and I love the name you decided to choose, Aaron Inspires, so that our brothers and sisters can also believe that it is possible, they can make it. So I shared the link that you can use to join us to interact with Aaron one on one. Now, later on, Aaron will share how you can get in touch with him. Already, if you go to Aaron Inspires YouTube channel and you click on the links, you see the link to his Facebook page, which you can follow as well. The Instagram handle, you can send a direct message. Instagram works like WhatsApp, so you can directly call, send a message. That would be great. He also have a TikTok account, which you can also see over there, and of course on X or Twitter over there. And then you can schedule a one-on-one conversation. People are busy, so if you want you need their time, you need them to have a personal time for you, you need to schedule a one-on-one meeting. So use the seller link over here to schedule a one-on-one meeting with Aaron Inspires as well. So people will be joining us to be asking your questions, but before that, we have more than have 1,000 people watching us. The like is super low, so please click on the like button. I really appreciate that. We'll wait. We want a lot of people to click on the like button. Kindly do so. Really appreciate that. So Hassan is watching us on YouTube, and he says that I really enjoy your chat. Yeah, thank you for joining in. We do this every weekend, so set a reminder and be joining us. We bring a lot of people on to share. And then I think Emmanuel was laughing at what you're saying. You're watching us from Uganda, Hassan. Thank you. Which part of Uganda are you watching us from? Um, and then very inspiring, Enoch. Enoch is saying very inspiring. Wow, great people like Fred and Aaron. Regards. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Aaron. Joseph is also watching us um on Facebook as well. Andrew, thank you for tuning in. I'm trying to give shout outs to as many people. I was looking for questions, but looks like people are rather giving shout outs and the questions. So somebody was asking, let me see if I can get that. Somebody was asking if fall 2025 admissions have been open in your school, Aaron.
Uh, I think it will open in somewhere in ending of August or maybe first week in September because we'll be resuming very soon. The first orientation should be on 22nd, August 22nd. So it's after that that they will open it up.
Okay, so I shared this the link, the StreamYard link, which you can use to join us and interact one on one with Aaron. Alhazan, salam alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahma.
Yeah, please talk to Aaron.
Um, it was an inspiring message to at least most of us. The question I want to ask is with regards to West evaluation.
Yeah,
Yes, I have a BSc in agri technology from the University for Development Studies,
great.
but their grading system is 5.0.
Yeah. Okay. Are you done? Hello,
Uh,
Alasan.
I think we lost Al Hassan, my brother.
Okay, but let me answer his question. So
Okay, great.
when my wife also attended UDS and they have five, I mean their GPA is scaled on 5.0.
Mhm.
So it doesn't matter. So go through the same video I did, the free transcript evaluation, and if you do it, it's going to scale it on the 4.0 for you. So my wife also graduated with 3.92 on a scale of 5.0. But then
Yeah.
after the evaluation, after doing the evaluation for her, her GPA shot to 3.57 on a 4.0. So yes, Halasan, you can do that. So don't be scared about the fact that this is 5.0 and you have to scale to 4.0. Just watch the video on my channel. That's the free transcript evaluation. I've explained everything there, and it will give you the pre-information about how your GPA is going to be in the US system when it's evaluated by World Education Services officially. Thank you.
All right, awesome. Thank you for the response, Aaron. So Jerry, please go ahead, sir. Your microphone is muted, sir. Kindly unmute it. Okay, Jerry, go ahead. I think we
All
should be
right.
able to hear you.
Good evening from Ghana.
Good evening, Jerry.
Yes. I just want to commend Fred and Aaron for the good work you are doing. I follow both of you on both pages. Aaron, I think I even chat you on WhatsApp somewhere last week. So I just want to
Oh,
say a very big thank you for the inspiring work you are doing.
thank
My
you.
question today is to Fred. So Fred, I've been trying to reach you on all platforms
Yeah,
throughout last week
I'm here
on
now. Let's
Instagram.
talk. I'm here now. We are talking. So let's talk. You've reached me now. Let's talk.
It's it's about the one-on-one mentorship. I wanted to do a bit of inquiry about it, the
Okay, go
financial
ahead.
aspect.
Okay. Yeah. So you said you
Uh,
sent me
yeah,
an
so
email
I saw the amount and
talking about paying in bits, right? Yeah, I'll send you
exactly, yes.
yeah, I'll send you the contact of my assistant, and then she would assist you with that. So that shouldn't be a problem at all.
All right.
All right. So
All right,
hopefully
thanks.
she will get you a link. We get to meet, and then I explain everything. Then we can take it from there.
All right.
All
So
right.
please,
Thank
when
you for.
should I be expecting?
So you said you sent me an email or an Instagram message.
Yes, Instagram, Messenger, email, and a TikTok message.
Oh, okay. Then you're trying. I'll definitely respond. I'll respond to that and then send you
Okay.
her contact so that you can talk to her. All right, let's talk to Na. Thank you for joining, Jerry. Hi, hello, Na. How you doing? Your microphone is off. If you can unmute it, then we can talk. Okay, Evans, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Mr. Fred.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm very inspired by Aaron's experience, and thank you to Mr. Fred too. In fact, he's been guiding me, and I'm in the process. Yeah, and I urge everyone to listen to Mr. Fred and share his videos and then his work. In fact, he's some of us. He is our everything, you know. And I know one day we will all join up and then share our experience too. Yeah, but Mr. Aaron, you know, my
Yeah.
nightmare is the bank statement area. That's the whole thing. That's my nightmare. And so with that deficit and your research assistantship experience. In fact,
Yeah.
I have to follow you, and then I'll beg of you to, you know, I joined the whole show not too long ago, so I missed some of, you know, your experience and your speech. So you have to bring everything on board so that I can follow and then do same too.
Yeah, so Evans, the session will still be live on Aaron's page as well as my platform as well. So at any point in time, you can replay them. And Aaron, I think you do have a WhatsApp group for mock session, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, talk to us
Yeah.
about that as well.
All right. So currently I've closed that because I mean all those that I was assisting, they are done with their
Okay.
interviews, and now almost about 10 of them are in the country already. So
Okay.
I'll start again for the spring semester, hopefully by November. Yeah. So you can get in touch with me. I'm on Instagram. That is where I'm mostly active. Instagram is the best place if you want to communicate with me. And if you want to join the mock session, and then I'll send you the link to join the mock session, which will start for the spring 2025 in November. But then if you've still not attended, because I know two people who are still going to attend their interview. One will be tomorrow and one is Wednesday. And you want to have a one-on-one, it's for free. That one I'm going to do it on Instagram. It's going to be live, like not live as in streaming live, but then I'm going to have a video conversation with you and then interview you. So if you're watching us and you have an upcoming interview, just connect with me via Instagram, and then I'll have that session with you for free. Yeah.
All right, Ibrahim. Salam alaikum. Ibrahim, your microphone is muted.
Walaikum salam. Good day, Mr. Fred.
Yeah, how you doing, sir?
Walaikum salam. Good day, Mr. Fred. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very well. Please go ahead, talk to Aaron.
Fine. My name is Ibrahim. I'm currently studying in Turkey. My question is that about the recommendation. Yeah.
Your question is about
My
what?
question is that about the recommendation.
Recommendation. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Is it possible for a person to use personal email or you should use the institutional email?
Okay. So you have to use the institutional email.
But what if the school
previously,
doesn't have?
you mean the school doesn't have? No,
Yeah.
every institution should have. If they recommend that, we are not using the school's email. We are using the recommender. So if, for instance, I am to recommend you, I'm to do a recommendation for you, I can't use my Gmail to do a recommendation for you because schools in the US or in Canada don't accept that, because they know with that one, anyone can forge it and then can write the recommendation for you. So for it to be very authentic, it have to be a corporate email or it have to be the institutional email. Now, remember, it's not only those who have taught you, it's not only your lecturers or your professors that can do recommendation for you. If you are currently working or you did your national service, you can allow people who you worked with, like your supervisors, can also do a recommendation for you. So if, for instance, your supervisor is the director for maybe statistical services in Ghana or Nigeria or wherever you find us, I don't know where you are speaking from, but then if they have the corporate email, they can use that to also do the recommendation for you. It's not only lecturers that can do the recommendation for you, but then what you need to note is that they don't accept the personal emails. It has to be a corporate or an institutional email.
All right, thank you for joining, Ibrahim. We really appreciate you. Fusaini, which country are you joining us from? Ibrahim joined us from Turkey. Where are you
Yes,
joining us from?
I'm joining you from Ghana.
All right, which part of Ghana, bro?
Accra, in particular, around Konkomlemle.
All right, go ahead and talk to Aaron.
Yes, thank you for giving me this opportunity. But today, my question is general for Mr. Fred and then Mr. Aaron. And I also try applying, and then I'm considering other countries. And then I'm doing this because I'm looking at the job market and where I think maybe if you feel so comfortable. And then per your experience, you have been there or you are there, you know what is going on. Is it advisable to have the kind of mind that I'm having? And if so, which countries, aside from the United States, is also good to consider?
All right. Thank you very much, Hussein. So
based on opportunities.
The thing is, one, okay, so let me come in based on the final thing you said. So based on opportunities. So based on opportunities, I can't mention any other country apart from the one I am in because that is where I am currently. So based on opportunities, I would say that US is good. Why? Because if you do a STEM related program like science, technology, engineering, mathematics, you stand a chance to work for 3 years. So we have something we call optional practical training, and you work 1 year, and then after that you can extend it for additional 2 years, making 3 years. Now, if you did a non-STEM, you are required to work for just 1 year, and after the 1 year, if you are not able to get a job to sponsor you or anything, what you need to do is you can go back to school to do a second master's or do your PhD, and the system allows you. As at now, the F1 visa has been made a dual intent, so it's not just the single intent where initially when you are done you are supposed to by force go home. If you want to go back, you can go back, but if you want to explore other opportunities legally, you are allowed to do that. Yeah, so in terms of the opportunities, I would say that US would be the best, but in your own case, you have to sit down and know what you want. So like, for instance, US is very big. When I was coming to US, I planned that, okay, I want to be in Texas. Why? Because Texas is the second largest state in the US. And as well, apart from that, the weather condition in Texas is related or is similar to that of Ghana. I can't be in cold. I'm not the type that I can survive that well in cold, like North Dakota, Wyoming, and the rest. They are the northern part, the Alaska and the rest. So all these things are things that you need to consider. So I can't determine where you want to be for you. All you need to do is sit down, know what you want, know the program you want to do, and then know which of the countries will be the best fit for you. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, bro. What happens is that, and shout outs to my brother, Waka Waka doctor. So he normally says that if the country you are moving into is better than where you are, then move, right? So you have to check based on where you are going to versus where you are at the moment. So it doesn't really have to deal with okay, is this country better than whatever country you want to mention is better than your current position, right? So all you need to do, and it's not as if that if, for example, you had a Canadian visa, you had an Australian visa, you had a UK visa and US visa, and you're asking me which one you should move into, then we can have a proper conversation based on what you want to do. At the moment, you have none of these visas. Now, what happens is that none of these processes is 100% guaranteed, especially when it comes to visa acquisition. So if you want to move abroad today, it is possible. It depends on one, your document, two, the resources you have, and three, the finances you have, or the time you have at your disposal. So check any of these things, see what you can afford. When I was in Bole Bamboy, I could only afford to pay one application fee. That's why I'm here. You get it. So it depends on what resources you have, what time you have, documentations you have, and certainly where you're moving to is better than where you are, bro. Then you do that. Thank you for joining, Fusini. Let's talk to my brother. John, how you doing, sir? John, please unmute your microphone. Oh, John was very active. Now he has to talk in the network.
Am I audible?
Yeah, John, please go ahead. Talk to Aaron, sir.
Okay. Good evening from my end. Let me say a very big thank you to the Freddy Fet and Aaron's Inspired. I think Aaron must have a friend on Facebook. I think there's the right time to ask you as regards to the WAS evaluation stuff.
Okay.
I have a queries like, is it possible to submit 2 transcripts from 2 different universities to West? That is to say, I'm here in India, but I started an undergraduate degree in Liberia, in the University of Liberia Public Health Department, where I completed 3 semesters. Upon completion of the 3 semesters, I got a scholarship for India. So I came here for 3 years bachelor degree in related fields. So now, is it possible that I can get my transcript, unfinished transcript from Liberia, and merge with the one I'm going to get from India to do a West evaluation?
Yeah,
Because
so
there is a point.
Thank you very
The
much.
course I was doing in Liberia, I got some. You got it?
Go ahead.
The course in Liberia, I did some quantitative courses like biostatistics, mathematics, and other courses, which is not being offered in this curriculum here. So I want to make use out of those courses that I did.
Yeah, your line was kind of breaking, but I get your question. You said so now there is it. You can submit 2 transcripts from 2 different universities for them to be evaluated. Now, after the evaluation, it will all appear on one document. So they are not going to do a separate evaluation for you. It's going to be 2, but then it's going to be on one document, bearing your name and the various school you are, institution you attended, and then the GPA for them. Now, remember, you are not going to pay twice for that. You are going to pay just once. All you need to do is, after signing up, which I have done a video on my YouTube channel, after signing up and you make payment, the World Education Services will give you a reference number. You now make sure that you submit these reference numbers to the various institutions, the 2 institutions. You can even do for 3 institutions, because I've assisted one guy who did 3. I mean, he has done HND top up and then did another program, and they evaluated all the transcript. All you need to do is submit the reference number to the various institutions for them to email or to electronically send the transcript to World Education Service. Now, your reference number is unique, so immediately World Education Services gets the transcript from the 3 institutions or the 2 institutions. It bears your name, so it's automatically matched with your reference number. So there's no way there is going to be a mistake or like kind of swapping or anything. Then now they combine the 2 documents and then do a single evaluation for you, but then both documents are going to appear on one. Does that answer your question?
Yes. So just an intro, like for the University of Liberia, I didn't complete the undergraduate study. I did attend 3 semesters.
So World Education Services, let me not let you continue. So World Education Services can only evaluate an official transcript. So if you didn't complete that of the Liberia one day, it means that you don't have a certificate, so you can't evaluate that transcript. They can only do for transcripts that you completed the degree, right? So the Liberia one, you can't do any evaluation on that. That is that. So it's only schools that you completed, that you have a certificate to show. It means that you are officially graduated from that very institution, and that is the only transcript that can be evaluated. So if you finish with the India one, they can do the evaluation for the India one, but then the Liberia one, since you didn't complete, unless you want to go back and complete that one either online, and then now when they issue a certificate, you can now also be issued a transcript. Then you can add that one to the evaluation. Thank you very much.
All right, but thank you for joining in. Let's talk to Inusa. Inusa, salam alaikum. Hi, Inusa.
Yeah. Good.
Bro.
Mr. Fred. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you. Talk to Aaron, bro.
I just want to greet you, Mr. Fred, and as well as Mr. Aaron. Also, thanks for giving me the opportunity to speak to you this evening. My question lies within the transcript evaluation. I did a transcript evaluation on my HND, that is a 3-year HND in civil engineering, and it turned out to be a 3-year undergraduate of US undergraduate studies. That is how it came, 3 years of US undergraduate studies. However, I was listening to one of your YouTube videos, and you were going through the transcript evaluation, where you actually said the evaluation type, if you have an HND, you should choose polytechnics. However, during my evaluation, I chose higher education. Could that be the reason why it came as a 3-year of US undergraduate studies instead of probably a bachelor's degree or something?
How many credits did you do in total in your HND?
105 credits.
Yeah, 105 credits. It should be equivalent to a bachelor's degree. Are you talking about the main official with World Education Services, or you are talking about the free one that I did the video on?
All right.
Is it a free one?
I think we lost him. Quite unfortunate. So let's talk to
All
Cheme
right.
Peter. Hi, Cheme. Can you hear me?
Yes, please, Fred. I can hear you.
Bro, talk to Aaron. Your
All right,
mouthpiece is very.
Aaron.
Your microphone is very close to your mouth. So
Okay.
yeah,
All
leave it
right.
like
Is it
that.
okay now?
Yeah,
All right.
you are a
Sure.
fine gentleman. I like your hair. Go
Thank
ahead.
you. I must say, you're doing a great job, you and Aaron. Aaron, I followed you with your video. Actually, I completed University of Cape Coast the last 2 years, 2022, and I read BSc Geography and Regional Planning. Why I want to further either in planning or geography as my master's. But then one question I want to ask, I had 2.97, where it was converted to 3.0. So most of the schools are recommending you have 3.0 out of 4.0. And then on the transcript, it is 3.0. Since it was converted. Is it still necessary for me to do the transcript evaluation, or I can use that one. And then my second question is, when I'm going through most of the schools, they recommend that you have a supervisor or an advisor as you're writing your research works. And then most of the lecturers, with all the emails I've sent so far, have not had responses from them. Those that will respond would link you to other ones because they are going on vacation and other stuff. It is vital for me to keep in my application even when I have not had, let's say, go ahead from a lecturer. So these are my two questions I want to ask.
Thank you very much. So with the first of all, with the transcript evaluation, it all depends on you. Now, what I tell people is right now the study abroad journey has become very broadened because a lot of us are sharing information out there. So the competition that used to be when let's say Fred was applying like maybe in 2018 or maybe back in 2015 wouldn't be the same competition as at now. Now the competition is becoming tight. So if you want to be part of the competition, then you need to also up your game so that you can be part of the people who can be selected. So if you think that the 3.0, exactly on the 3.0, I can't judge because I don't sit on the admission committee panel. So what you have to do is use the free evaluation tool that I did. If you see that there is a significant change in your GPA and you have the money, go ahead and do it. If you don't have the money, then what I always tell people is you have to be strategic. And strategic in the sense that make sure that the schools you are targeting are schools that are called the safe schools, like my friend Kingsford Onyena will say, safe schools in the sense that you know that this school, by hook or crook, I can get into them and get funded. Because one, if you get into them and you don't get the funding, is also another challenge that you don't want to, look at. So that one, I'm going to leave it with you. You have to decide. If you have the money, make that investment. If you don't have it, then be strategic about your application. Now, the second question, with regards to you looking for a research person. I know some of my friends, I don't know, Fred can talk about that because Fred also did geography. I don't know if he has to contact, I know maybe he spoke with a program director or something, but then for him to have an advisor or a research advisor before he put in the application, I know some of the schools in the US don't do that. It's not all the schools. Like you can target schools like Jacksonville State University. One of my friend, Emmanuel Akle, shout out to Emmanuel Akle, completed that school. And I know he didn't have to get in touch with like a research person or something before he put in the application. So just know the game. Don't, if this school A, B, C, D is requiring you to have a research professor before you put in the application, and school D, E, F is not allowing, it's not requiring that. Why don't you waste your time to get into school A, B, C, where you are not going to get the response right, and then school D, E, F might give you the admission and give you funding without you having that of the research, professor or something, right? Because if you pass through A, B, C, D to get to US, and someone will pass through D, E, F to get to US, at the end of the day, you have all gotten to US. You are all pursuing geography. So just be strategic about that. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So we talked to Ms. Retta. Ms. Retta, let me know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
Yeah, please talk to Aaron.
Okay. Please, I'm trying to apply for undergraduate program. So, but I'm facing challenge with financial issue. So most of the school that I've applied, like I remember last year I got scholarship in Northwich, but due to the financial situation, then I was unable to continue. So I don't know if there is any way that undergraduate students can get fully funded scholarship, or if there's any way that you can work as an undergraduate and at the same time sponsor yourself in the school in USA.
Aaron, please go ahead.
So with undergraduates, mostly it's kind of difficult because you can't work, as in like, not that you cannot work, but then you can't do teaching assistantship or something like the way the graduate students, the masters and PhD students do. So always there are those who are coming in for undergraduates. I always advise that choose schools that have low tuition, right? so that your cost of attendance will not be that much or will not be that huge, so that you can now back it up with a statement from either your direct relative. That will help you. I know my friend, the Freddy Fed, does a lot of videos on he has a lot of videos on his channel for undergraduate schools like Anna Maria College and a whole lot of schools. So check those videos out and then be strategic. Like I told the earlier guy, be strategic with your application. So you know finances is a difficult thing for you. Target schools that give that their tuition or their cost of attendance is very low. If it is between 25,000 and 20,000, that is good. Or that is, I'm talking of per year, that is very good. But then if you target schools like that are 80,000, like Cornell and the rest, it will be difficult for you. Now, another thing you can do to increase your chances of scholarship for undergraduate is SAT. If you can sit down and register for the SAT and write it and pass well, your chance of getting full funding will be very high. Aside that, there is no other way I can talk of in terms of full funding for undergraduates. Yeah.
All right.
Rita,
Thank you
my
very
team
much.
handles applications for free for individuals with high school and diploma, so you can get in touch if you need help with that
All
as
right.
well. All right, let's talk to Owusu and San. Owusu, please go on.
Okay, so thank you. First, I want to comment that you guys are really doing well. Aaron, I know Aaron very well. I've messaged Aaron personally and we've talked personally. So regarding the recommendation letters, I want to ask, I assisted one doctor at Confanoche to do her research, and we finished way back in 2022. So I contacted her. I wanted her to be my recommender, but she claims she has no access to the company's email. So can she use her personal email, or how should I go about that?
All right. So I know currently, is she not working currently?
Currently, she's in Canada. She's also doing a PhD in Canada currently.
Yeah, so if she's doing a PhD, definitely she has been employed by the institution. So she should have a corporate email, right? So since you have worked with her before, she can use her corporate email, not the one that the Confanoche one. So
Okay.
she can use the current one that she's having to do it for you, as long as she's willing to do it for you. She can use the corporate email from the school to do it for you.
It's cool. Okay. Thank you very much.
All right, Papa, you'll be the last person we are talking to today. Kindly unmute your microphone and go ahead, Papa.
Okay. Good evening, Fred. My name is Maxwell from Ghana.
Yeah, Maxwell, go ahead.
Please, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Please, I'm also in the process of applying for a school. I showed my result to one of a representative in Minnesota State University, Moorhead, and she was like, my results are good enough, strong enough to be to get admission. But currently, she asked me, I started the process, she asked me to upload my bank statement, but unfortunately, my dad has the money, the tuition fee more than double in his account, but it's in the form of a treasury bill. So I'm humbly asking, can I submit that? Even though it's stated on the bank statement that he has a treasury bill, can I submit it to the school, if I may ask?
Yeah, so what happens is that, every school has requirements on the financial statement you can submit. Some schools would accept the treasury bill, others will not. Others accept company bank statement, some will not. So it depends on the financial support form and the instructions the school give on the specific financial document that they accept. So read that. Obviously, you can reach out to the advisor and let them know that this is your financial statement. Is that acceptable? Will they, accept that in order to process your admission? All right, so Aaron, quickly we have to wrap up. Unfortunately, it's been a great session. I know a lot of people are coming on to talk to be able to talk to you. I think we should do this sometime again, right? And a lot of people would want to interact with you. So I appreciate your time for joining the session. Please let's hear from you. What are your final words to everyone watching us?
All right, so thank you very much. My final words to everyone watching us is what I keep propagating and what I keep preaching, and that is, remember, your dream is valid. Now, it is only the dead that does not have anything to talk about, or they don't have hope with them because they are dead. As long as you have life, don't let anyone discourage you. Don't let anyone look down on yourself. And you yourself, never discourage yourself, never look down on yourself, because your dream is still valid and you can achieve it. Don't let anyone tell you something and let me put it this way. If you get information from people or people tell you something, it is not everything that have to go to your heart, or it's not everything that you have to run with. There are some of the information you need to sieve them. When you sieve them, you run with the ones that you think is going to help you. Don't run with negative mindset on this earth, because it will cost you. Now, if you embark on this journey, which I always say that it is always good. We are not saying that go and stop your work that you are doing, go and resign and come and sit home and be pursuing study abroad journey. No, still be working, still be doing these things alongside. Follow some of the content that we create. When we are coming live, join. Fred does live sessions every weekend. Make sure you join. You are learning. When Peter is doing live, you are learning. I'm doing, you are learning. Kingsford is doing, you are learning. Now, whilst you are doing this thing, be positive. Don't entertain negative actions in your life. Be positive, because it's the same strength that you are using to think about the negative, or the same strength you are using to speak about the negative, is the same strength you can use to speak about the positive. Now, if you take a cup, okay, a cup which is half full of water, someone can say that this is half full. Someone can also say that this is half empty. I always opt to say that this is half full instead of saying this is half empty. Now, the one who is saying this half empty is thinking about the negative. The one who is saying this half full knows that it can be full. So always make sure that you think about the positive, because it's the same strength that you're going to channel in, and everything will be fine, like my good friend Fred has been saying. Thank you. And these are the words that I'm going to leave you with. Make sure you follow us. Make sure that you always share the videos with other friends, and don't be in this very journey alone, because sometimes it can be daunting. We are here to assist you, and we are here to help you. Remember, your dream is still valid. Thank you.
Remember, your dream is still valid. I really love this mantra. Thank you very much, bro, for joining me. It's been an insightful and a very inspirational one. Remember, this session will still be live across all the Fred Effect social media platforms, as well as the Aaron Inspires platform. So you can go back, look at all the schools you mentioned, and share it with other people as well. Click on the like button. That is the way you can support. So some of the funds that is generated from the videos we make on the various Fred Effect social media platforms are, sometimes used to assist individuals who are financially challenged. So this year, we've assisted a lot of people to acquire their flight ticket when they got their visa approved, and we continue to do that. This is how best you can contribute. If you click on the subscribe button, if you watch a video on the Fred Effect platform, you are indirectly contributing to somebody's success journey. Who knows, there will be a time that you may also need help, that you reach out to our team. This is the same funds we are using to we'll be using to support you. So please click on the like button, please click on the follow button, and let's all help ourselves. The Fred Effect team has a mock interview platform. So for more than half a decade, the team has been assisting thousands of people every single day. We do mock interview to help those who are preparing for their visa interview. If you send me a direct message on Instagram, the Fred Effect is verified, and then I'll share the link with you so that you can join and prepare for your interview as well. If you want to have a one-on-one consultation with me, you can use the link I'm sharing on the screen to be able to schedule a one-on-one meeting. We do work on applications for free for individuals with high school and diploma. We want to know people are serious about it. So you need to schedule a one-on-one meeting so that we explain the entire process to you. We take out your document, and my team would help you. If you're a parent watching me, if you're an uncle, an aunt, don't let your son after BC, after the WASI only focus on schools in your home country. There are a lot of opportunities outside. Let's schedule a meeting. Let's discuss the process, and then we'll take your document and help you. If you want to pursue a master's or a PhD, there is also the Fred Effect Mentorship Program, where we assist you until you get your visa approved. So it is possible. You can also do it. The Fred Effect team has a collaboration with Argo Visa, which is made up of a team of former visa officers. These are people who have been working at the embassy, approving visas and all that. So if you are preparing for your visa interview, it will be ideal to schedule a one-on-one meeting with a former visa officer to assist you. I'm sharing the link. You can use that to schedule a meeting with a former visa officer. So this is the link to use. It's the rb.gy/ku 72VB. Use that link to schedule a meeting with a former visa officer. And so on Tuesday, I am going to talk. We've been talking about school, how to relocate to different countries and all that. On Tuesday, I'm collaborating with the parent company of Argo Visa to bring you how you can relocate if you have no educational background to get a green card to work in the US. This is going to be very insightful. If you have no educational background, even if you have a BCE or WASI, the most important thing is you being able to speak English. We are going to have a section to explain to you how you can get a job in the US and relocate as well. So on Tuesday, stay tuned and be part of the insightful session as well. My name has been Fred. We do this every weekend. It's called the Study Abroad Podcast with the Fred Effect. We invite admission officers. We invite individuals like you who have been through the process. They were where you are at the moment and they were able to make it. So we bring them on board to share their journey and the process with you so that you can also learn from it. We hope this has been encouraging. Thank you for tuning in. Please click on the like button. Tell somebody to tell another person that if you want to study abroad, then you have to, follow or subscribe to the Fred Effect and the Aaron Inspires platform. My name has been Fred. This is the Fred Effect. Please be positive and know that everything will be fine. I'll see you in another video.